Greetings, humans. Greetings. And welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods, people. That's where bears live. And of course, 7 out of TikTok, whatever. Women would agree they'd rather see a bear in the woods than a bear in the woods. It is your 2024 Democrat presidential hopeful candidates. Yo soy bear. That's right, people. Bear and Fetterman 2024. We're going to bring it back to the halcyon days of, the knowledgeable and wisdom words of Joe Biden instead of whatever frickin' salad Kamala is tossing out there, for crying out loud. I have no idea what the hell she's talking about. So great to have all of you here with us today. Make sure you vote early and vote often. Great to have everyone here, including Amy. She says bear. Urgh. But she's got to run and go get some snacks. So hopefully... Gosh dang it, Amy. I wish that I could stop the show right now and just go get some snacks right now. That would be delicious. But no bear is here. Not only for you, but also for P-Money. He says, my last Saturday on vacation. He has had a 7.5 week long vacation in the eastern part of Canada. Checking out the Amish. A zoo with giraffes. How were the giraffes, P-Money? I hope they were tall enough for you out there. My last Saturday on vacation. Our flight home is on Wednesday afternoon. Not sure if I'll make the next episode. Depends on when you get home. Well, I just, watch that mid-flight. The Starlink or whatever they have there on the airplanes. You can just connect to the Wi-Fi. You can say, hey, people on this flight, you can check out a bear. Crying out loud. They say, what? Yeah, man, YouTube's #1 show by a bear, by the way. So there we go. There we go. The kids fed the giraffes, and then we saw hippos and also rhinosauruses. Rhinos, whatever the heck. There you go. No bears, apparently. I guess there's plenty of bears in Canada. It's like seeing gators in Florida. It's like, oh yeah, there's a gator over there. That's fine. We're on good terms. Good terms out there. Excellent, P-Money. I'm glad you're having a great and wonderful time out there. Of course, as Bear's campaign manager, for crying out loud, gotta get the word out here. Miller said we saw unicorns. Okay, well, whatever. That's fine. Whatever he thinks is best out there, I suppose. Yes, indeed. But today, it is a weekend recharge from Bear. Got the last of the cleanup from the dang hurricane taken care of. So, some people are worse off than others. Wasn't too bad. Wind, rain... Little bit of, the water rising a little bit, but other than that, it was fine. So just a little bit of cleanup afterwards. Nothing to worry too much about. I guess now it's all the way up there on the East Coast. So it's somebody else's problem now, not Bears. It was only cold for like maybe 3 hours or something like that. I mean cold like it's, 85 degrees and 70% humidity. I guess it's relative out there for people. So there we go. There we are, people. Let's go ahead. Jump right straight into it. We got some campaign updates for you people to check out here. But first, we always try to check in. I believe this is going to be ending at either the end of this month or the beginning of next month. I think he's going to start up another campaign. Cyberfrog 3, Red Extermination. Uncle E out here. Not doing too bad. $631,000. 4,820 backers. I'll take credit for 22 of those backers. That was the bear push. Pushed them right over there. So congratulations, sir. And we always try to check in on, if I can find it here for crying out loud, bear. A Titan. Still hanging in there. Of course, Kit Carter as well. I think that is ending up, Bear remembers correctly, this week or maybe early next week. So if you haven't gotten on it here, he's almost at 130,000. If he has a couple more backers there, he can probably hit 130. We can do it. We can do it for awesome Aaron out here. Let's see, 1644 backers. So there you go. Pretty good. Pretty good. But you know what? You know what? Bear's got to talk about from one bear to another out here. That would be the Art T Bear out here. Good news for Volume 3. Gosh dang it, I still need to read. I feel bad. I still need to read Volume 2, Man and Machine. Gosh, maybe try to do that this weekend or maybe sometime next week. I need to get caught up here on my reading here. I don't know. The Godlike took it out of Bear. I tell you, I got to be honest with you, really. Anyways, he says, we're looking to launch a 2-part storyline for Black and White, Volume 3, Sins of the Father in October. He says October is a special month for our heroes because Black and White hits the big 3-0. I tell you, once you cross 29, it's all downhill from there. That's why Bear tries to stay 29 as long as he can. That milestone means that this campaign is going to be filled with commemorative goodies. Get on it, people. We'll be putting up a pre-launch page soon, so you can keep your eyes peeled. Don't hurt yourself. For this new adventure from our daring duo ! Make sure you sign up so you'll be eligible for free stuff, people. There's nothing better than free stuff. And he's got a cover, so let's check that out. Let's get that a little bit bigger there. There we go. Pretty cool. Kind of reminds Bear of the second book. It looks very similar. Very similar there, but not bad. Not bad at all. You know, this Art T Bear fella, you know, he's really improving on his inks out there. He might make it after all, people. We gotta help out the old young Art T Bear. Make sure he makes it. Makes a stamp on the world here, people. There you go. He continues. He says, "Oh, in case you didn't know, he's also got another live campaign going. That would be his art book, Oodles of Doodles, and other stuff too. And I still need to check this out because I think Bear's already got the book. He came out with this a long time ago. Well, I won't say a long time ago, a couple years back. So I believe it is a reprint with a couple extra items here. Once we reach 14K, we'll be upping the page count from 60 to 64 pages. So you'll get a couple extra pages if he crosses it. There you go. Campaign is almost halfway done. Still time to grab a copy, people. But don't wait. It's only 22 days left. So it looks like he's going to end his campaign. What do you call it? The Oodles campaign here. And then go straight into Black and White 3. So something to look forward to for your Bear / RT Bear fans out there. There you go. There you go. Every time I hear it, I think of Ned Flanders. Oodly doodly, neighborino. Oodly doodly. Good book. I enjoyed the Oodles of Doodles. Good book. He has a couple kind of passages in there as well, kind of talking about whichever artwork that he has going. So neat stuff, interesting stuff. Enjoyed that. I got a head sketch in there as well. Batman, if Bear recalls correctly. So there you go, people. Go check that out if you are wanting to check out either Black and White or Oodles. Oodles of Doodles, neighborino. And gosh, the only other one that Bear has here. Let's see. Yeah, I showed that. Only other one that Bear has here. A little trepidations about this one here, people. Godlike number 2 from John Malin. Still haven't figured out number 1 just yet, but okay, let's go. Into the fires of hell, he would send them all. What a great quote to start out with. First, I want to thank all of you for your support, large and small. It means the world to have been able to create Godlike for you. Largely a salute to the cartoons of the 80s that inspired him. And probably you too. Thundar, Thundercats, He-Man, Blackstar. Blackstar? I don't recall Blackstar. Voltron. If there was a power, sword, and a strange world to explore, let's effing go, people. By now, you've discovered that Godlike is not your average comic book. Breaking the traditions of American comic design execution as promised, I suppose, intending to put the reader into the book. Continuing on, tapping the reader's imagination like a novel. That'd be a child's storybook in essence, but for adults, people. A book called Godlike cannot be something just to read and forget. Trying hard here, people. But had to be felt and absorbed. A worthy study, a challenge to the reader and myself. Oh boy, was it a challenge. I tell you, never been challenged before in my life here. Many seem surprised by its concepts and complexity. Having expected a simple and typical beat-em-up style comic with explosions. Something you could walk away from, but they reported finding something else. Oh boy. Oh boy, did they. Oh boy, did they. Godlike is about connections. You, me, past and present, death and rebirth, all the metaphors that come with it. On the surface, the story of Adam Raw will continue in Godlike 2 with dynamic action. Gosh dang it, people. All right, I'm sorry. Hi, John. I hope you're doing well out there. Just a very brief. What the hell is the story of Adam Raw in Godlike? I would like to know. Read it twice. I still can't. I can't. It's boggles bear spine. I apologize. What new threats are just beyond the horizon? But there is something deeper, oh, for God's sake. Below the surface, something meaningful that will travel with you well beyond the pages of the book. Now we march forward once more into the fray. I hope you'll support Godlike 2 by signing up today, launching September 14th, so a little over a month from now. Hope to see you then, says John. Let's see. Where shall we begin? Let's take a look at Godlike here. Okay. Godlike. Very, very nice looking book. A very well put together book. Very nicely colored. Nicely drawn. I think his paneling is just, it's an expression of John Mayland, kind of his own little style that he has going on there with kind of the long panels that he has there. Definitely some big ideas in there, but once again, with all due respect, John, and John, you're more than welcome to come on the show, explain to everybody about Godlike, promote Godlike 2, it's all fine. Bear had to read the supplemental to figure out what the hell was going on in the dang book. Just because, let's see, what did he say here? A book like Godlike cannot be something to just read and forget. It had to be felt and absorbed. A worthy study, a challenge to the reader and himself. Well, I know he challenged himself, so congratulations, sir. You wrote it. Bear is not going to comment. I can't comment on, hey, the artwork here, it should have been this or that, or I should. Listen, that's not Bear's forte. Writing, yes. Okay, we can comment on that. This was not the very easiest thing to do is confuse your reader. Very easy. Pretty much anybody could do it, honestly. And then to say, okay, you didn't get my book because you weren't smart enough or you weren't complex enough to be able to figure out my book. No. As the author, as the person writing the thing, you need to make sure what you're saying is clear as a bell. Doesn't mean you don't have stuff that, you might, save for the next book, keep a cliffhanger or something going on there. You don't have to spell everything out. But when people are confused as heck about what the heck your book's even about, you got to go to the supplemental to figure out that it's an IP of the hero's journey throughout time. Okay, I'm sure that sounded great at the time, but the execution was not at all there. So once again, hopefully John can maybe get a somebody like Marc Poulton or something like that. Very least a couple of proofreaders out there to be able to say, hey, you went through all this process, all that great stuff. Bear kind of says the thing, you gotta kill your babies, metaphorically speaking, of course. Your thoughts, your ideas, whatever you're coming up with, the story, that's your baby. And at a certain point, you got to say, okay, either the story's going to work or it's not. And if it doesn't work, no matter how much finagling you go in between there, it still isn't going to work. So you either got to completely change it or just kill it off. Bear says a page 1 rewrite, just completely redo everything. Anyways, that's why Bear is going to be a little hesitant about Godlike 2. Thank you, P-Money. When you back the campaign, make sure to ask for another John Malin original, quote, one-of-a-kind drawing. Bear got the option in 2 different batches of the artist tier, I think it was called. We got a drawing from John Malin. Again, I don't want to be critical of the drawing since Bear is not the best drawer in the world. But it looked very half-arsed out there. Not only that, but it was literally the same drawing. Bear got two of literally the same drawing. There might be a couple extra pencil lines on one or the other, but that was it. So if that is the start of your brand new IP and how you're going to be doing it, So anyways, I'm gonna hold off on the book here. Maybe check it out. Maybe he can explain it a little bit better in the next campaign. But Godlike number 1. You never saw the guy on the front cover there until the very end of the book. So that was, I don't know, not quite a rug pull, but very, very off-putting, people. Very off-putting. So anyways, that is Bear's comments. Godlike, once again, a great-looking book. Hopefully you can put it out in like an artist edition. Maybe that might be an option for the second campaign here. But I don't know. We've talked about it before. I'll leave the link here later on to the head-to-head between Shane Davis, John Malin, Godlike, and Inglorious Rex. So you'll be able to check that out. Leave that link here. Probably on the archive. Probably on the old archive channel. Yes, indeed. Great to see Amy and also Melissa here as well. Hey, great deal. Yes, indeed. Mrs. Money is hanging with a childhood friend tonight. Well, poor P-Money has to watch the kids. I'm sorry, P-Money. I hope we're keeping them in check here. I hope they're being entertained by old Bear here. Yes, indeed. All right, let's get to it, people. We've actually got, oh, gosh dang it. Man, oh, man, the night that Mrs. P-Money is not here with us. Not here with us tonight. Let me bring you people up. Here we go. Not with us tonight because breaking news, people. I can't believe it either. It's crazy. From Deadline and somebody. Blake Lively takes Friday away from Ryan Reynolds as It Ends With Us posts a $24 million over Deadpool and Wolverine. Going down, P-Money. Borderlands, bombing with a D+. Ouch. If today was Monday, then Ryan Reynolds won the weekend with Disney Marvel's Deadpool and Wolverine filing a powerful third frame estimate at $55 million. Not bad. But do not deny the power of his spouse. Blake Lively. She won Friday's box office with It Ends With Us. It's a shoot 'em up. No, it's the Justin Bardoni directed and starring feature pulled in $24 million. Even if you backed out of previews, It Ends With Us bested Deadpool yesterday, $17 million to $15 million. I'm shocked too. Deadpool, how do you have a chick flick beat out Deadpool? That was what Bear was worried about from the beginning. The movie co-financed by Sony and Wayfarer Studios, never heard of him, is still expected to land with a very strong $45 to $49 million. Some are trying to push it up to 50. We'll see about that. It Ends With Us as a major comeback, not just for Lively's star power. Remember her pre-COVID disaster, No, I don't. Amy, Melissa, Blake Lively. What is she known for? I have no idea. I think she was like a TV actress, if Bear remembers correctly, like CW maybe. Or was it like MTV or something? I forget. Was she one of the rich California girls that they followed around or something like that? I literally have no idea. I know she's married to Ryan Reynolds. That's all I know. I have no idea what I don't know how she could make a comeback if Bear has never heard of her in the first place. Blake Lively, have no idea. If anybody knows, let Bear know in the comments. Darn, Bear got me excited saying It Ends With Us was a shoot 'em up. I was about to say to my wife, honey, can I go see It Ends With Us? She probably would have asked, you want to see that? You want to see that? As Deadline has been telling you throughout the whole weekend, the female-driven films can make a 180 at the box office during the course of their weekend. Bulk of the IP fans catching the movie on the first 2 days. It's an IP? Oh, okay. What gives the first feature a take of Colleen Hoover's novel Promise? Is that exits are strong with an A-. I still have no idea what the movie's about. I'm sure it's romance. They're kissing, so one would assume. Well, they're dancing, I suppose. Let's see. Typically, feature adaptations of popular female novels can get a cold shoulder from the fans. 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker. What are they all 50 Shades? Oh, and the Divergent series. Yay. What the hell is the Divergent series? I have no idea. Still with some rivals are giddy about the Renaissance. They're seeing It Ends With Us and are forecasting a $50+ million. So there you go. A lesson to learn comes from 2014's The Fault in Our Stars. We all remember that. Don't we? We do? I don't know. Also featured a hot star at the time, Shailene Woodley. The lady that eat bugs? She eats bugs, people. She's kind of a weirdo. Based on an electric young novel by John Green. 26 million on Friday, $50 million opening, but it came up bust, $48 million. $48 million. And then there's Borderlands, which completely did the Amber Heard in the bed here. Meanwhile, if you really want to talk about audiences cratering, there's Lionsgate's Borderlands, which nobody really asked for. Expected to do $8 to $10 million this weekend. Eli Roth, who should be directing horror films. I don't know why he's doing video games films. Also D+. Who gets a D+? Apparently this film. Why not just give it an F? Why not? What the heck? Why not, man? Let's do it. Anyway, so it goes on. Yada yada yada. Blah 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 blah. Pardon me. 1 second here, people. 1 second. Here we go. This from a couple days ago, so I don't know if the numbers are quite up to date. But number 1, Deadpool and Wolverine, doing almost $500 million in week 3, but it's coming down, people. Half off. 44 and 42%. Ends with Us, $50 million they're hoping for. Twister's still hanging in there. I have no idea how Borderlands jumped up there, but there you go. Despicable Me 5, 4, whatever, doing all right. Trap, Inside Out 2, just doing bang up. I mean, it's still in the theaters. I mean, trickling in a little bit of money there. $5 million over the weekend, over week 9. Holy cow, that's almost getting into the, I don't know. Do they still have dollar theaters anymore? I don't know. It's getting into the cheap theaters, probably. Harold and the Crayon, Cuckoo, and Longlegs, rounding it all out. Inside Out 2, doing bang up. Despicable Me 4, it's starting to slow down there. 330. Of course, Deadpool. Those were the 3 that we were looking for. So let's see. Actually, 50, 80, 83. Or let's see. Let me do it this way. Let me. It would be $1 billion. Let's just call it $1.4 billion, maybe $1.5 billion between the 3 there. So pretty good. Pretty good for the 3 that we were taking a look at. There you go, people. There you are. So I hate to do numbers for you people, but just wanted to show that. So we'll keep an eye. Ends with Us. We'll keep an eye on that and see how Deadpool and Wolverine. It's what, 3 weeks? Pardon me, 1 second here, people. 3 weeks? Yeah, 3 weeks. 3 weeks. So usually about that time, everybody that wanted to go see it has gone seen it. There might be some laggards coming in there, kind of like Bear, or just people rewatching it. So we'll see how they do next weekend. This week, 44% off last week. So actually added 20 theaters. Interesting. Usually they go down. All right, people. I hope you're all sitting down. I've got some very bad news for you. I hate to be the one to bring the bad news to you, especially when you're trying to relax this weekend. But gosh dang it, people. Gosh dang it. Uh-oh, hold on 1 second. Last second question here from P-Money. Do we know the box office ranking for Deadpool 3 compared to other Marvel movies like Endgame or Spider-Man No Way Home? I don't have that right in front of me, P-Money. I apologize, but both of those did really well, and they had long legs. So probably pretty close. I guess the better way to compare it is like Stage 4. I keep calling it Stage 4. Phase 4 of the Marvel. It's definitely beaten all of those. I think the only one that it would be close to would be the second Black Panther movie, which did. I think they ended up just shy of $1 billion. They were trying to go over $1 billion, but they didn't quite make it. So I think they came in 700, 800, 900 million, something like that. So Deadpool is probably on course to comparable with that movie there. So I mean, for what's that worth? I mean, not bad. Listen, their best movie. Let's just say it this way: their best movie since Endgame, pure Marvel movie. I'm not counting Spider-Man because it's Sony. They kind of it's not really co-produced. I guess it's co-produced. Sony owns the rights, but Marvel makes the movie. Well, wait a minute. No, that's not the case now. Sony is still making. Sony made the last one, so yeah, I'm not going to count the Spider-Man just because it's a Sony film and it's a little separate there. But yeah, there you go, people. There you go. I'll have to look that up, buddy. was going to say I'll do it Wednesday, but you might not be around. So let's just do it next week. I'll try to have that up for you, and we can compare and contrast. Actually, hold on. Let me just look that up. Let me do that here. But it would be Lifetime. I don't know if I can get it week by week. Let's see. Marvel's Endgame. Let's just see. 1 second, people. Hold on to your butts. Domestic opening Endgame, $357 million. I think that one made more. This is Box Office Mojo. It doesn't have a breakdown. Let's see. Domestic box office, $858 million compared to... let's just call it 500. So, half of what's now. Again, we're comparing week 3 with Lifetime. So, and that's domestic. That's domestic. Worldwide, 2.7 billion. So, if we're just counting domestic, 858 million compared to 495. So, a little bit more than half so far. Again, we're a little bit apples and oranges. I meant it's probably not going to get to Endgame or No Way Home. I don't think it ever was. I didn't think it would have. Again, Spider-Man is a little bit... Listen, Spider-Man is well known compared to Deadpool. Deadpool is kind of more of a recent addition, kind of the pop culture side of things. I know people have been dealing with Deadpool for a while, but just pop culture, mainstream movies, that sort of deal. Spider-Man has the edge. Iron Man, Thor, they have the edge. Captain America, they have the edge there. So, yeah, I think maybe with Wolverine in there, maybe. I don't know. It would be... It's a little bit, because you got half with the Marvel and kind of half with 20th Century Fox. So it's a little hard to compute there. So there you go. We'll look into that a little bit more, P-Money, because I know that Bear is just thrilling and enthralling all of you out there with numbers and box office receipts. So there we go. All right, people, hold on to your butts. Bad news. Bad news here. Zack Snyder. He's not the bad news. Well, maybe he might be. Army of the Dead is dead, people. It is Il Deado as Netflix quietly cancels the whole thing, people. The entire franchise. From George Arenas at Abounding Into Comics. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Or is it Jorge? I always get it confused. I don't know, people. Jorge, George A. Whatever. We'll go with either or here. Dave Bautista. I can't stand the guy. Despite the public announcement that the franchise would be getting several installments, including an animated prequel, seems that Netflix has quietly sent Army of the Dead to an early grave. Aw. Hey, a zombie tiger. Can you have zombie tigers? I don't know. We'll go with it. What the hell? Why not? Army of the Dead burst into the scene in 2021, combining the thrill of a heist with the chaos of a zombie apocalypse. Featuring a star-studded cast. Who? Name one. Dave Bautista? He can't open a movie. Crying out loud. And Snyder's signature cinematic spectacle. The film quickly gained a following. It did? Then where are they? Notably, the film was designed to be the cornerstone of a larger universe, of course. That's what we all need. Which eventually would include multiple sequels and spin-offs. The film ending even hinted at such a feature. If you're crying out loud. People. God, so Zack Snyder, he decided to, for whatever reason, decided to become his own cinematographer. I mean, okay, you got a couple movies under your belt. You don't need that stinking cinematographer anymore. You can do it yourself. I'm going to be behind the camera. I'm Zack Snyder. Gosh dang it. And then he plundered the Panovision old archive of like 1970s lenses. Put them onto a brand new freaking digital camera. I think he's shooting in digital. And decided, hey, you know what, that bokeh, man, oh man, everybody loves the bokeh out there. We're going to put the bokeh times 10. Look at there. Look at that scene. I mean, there's an object in the background there somewhere, I think. Maybe. Somewhere. I mean, look, people. The lenses that he got was very shallow depth. So to describe it, you have your camera. So if the camera was shooting young lady here, it would probably be, I don't know, at the very most 10 feet away. I mean, it's really close. 5 feet, really 3 to 2 feet, honestly. I mean, it's a short lens there. So it's supposed to, quote unquote, supposed to, if you know what the hell you're doing, it's supposed to sharpen what's up front, what's in the foreground, and of course do a nice little bokeh blur in the background there. But look at this, okay? Look, hello, madam. Let's see. Maybe her lips are in focus, or her nose isn't in focus. Definitely not the eyes. Definitely not the hair. The ears aren't focused at all. That is a blurry ear right there. It's her face, people. You shouldn't have... If you're shooting somebody's face, their ear shouldn't be blurry. Shouldn't be blurry at all, for crying out loud. So I can tell you why it went down. Because you can't shoot, Zack Snyder. You can't shoot a film at all. This is terrible. This is god-awful. Look at this. Look at it. Imagine you're a director. All right, we're going to go on set. We need, what's her name? Kate. We need Kate to watch along as the team encounters the Alpha Queen. An army of the dead. It's already dead, so you didn't even bother watching it because why? Cinematic universe that went nowhere, round and round the drain. Okay, you're the director. And you say, okay, we need to get Ella out here. Let's get her. Let's get her shocked face as she takes a look at the Alpha Queen. And then you still make it all blurry. And like literally, Bear is wearing his glasses right now. So I mean, it should be more. I take the glasses off, and it's even worse. I can't even, man. I can't. Look at this. Look at that. Crying out loud. That's the Alpha Queen, apparently. God, how you really got to work at this. I mean, if you're gonna work at it to be terrible, I mean, this takes a lot of work, people. This isn't just, hey, let's just throw this up and go with it. Click on the picture and away we go. Again, I listen. Okay, the whole frame here. Okay, whole frame here. Supposedly her face is supposed to be in focus. They can't even get her, I don't know, tiara, her crown. Can't even get her crown in focus. The eyes are definitely out of focus. Maybe her nose is in focus. Maybe it's hard to tell. And of course, the teeth. I mean, like her shoulder is like completely blurred. Your shoulder isn't that far from your face. For crying out loud, this is. I can't. I'm sorry, people. I can't. People. I can't. Look at this. And then they got the rebel. I don't know, man. I don't know. Again, how is this? Listen, there's all this dead space. For crying out loud, Zack Snyder. Crying out loud, man. Ay. And the Friday Night Tights people just buttered this guy up. I'm like, he can't even shoot. He can't even put it into focus, for crying out loud. Focus. There we go. Sorry, people. Focus. Focus, gosh dang it. All right, I apologize, people. Moving on. Enough of this Zack Snyder stupid stuff. I apologize. More important stuff. Gosh dang it, more numbers. Anyways, Paramount slashing thousands of job, writing down the value of cable networks by $6 million. No, wait, I'm sorry, people. That's a B. That's $6 billion, people. $6 billion. $6 billion from Paramount. Wrote it down. Just wrote it down. Yeah, whatever. $6 billion. Who's cutting 15% of their workforce. And of course, the stock rose 5%. Who knew? And of course, we also had the one. I almost did this the last time, but we got turned around in it here. But Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers said, hold my beer. I'm going to write it down $9 billion. $9 billion. And even then, their stock price went down. Ay. $9.1 billion, people. 9.1. Contributed to the $10 billion it lost in just one quarter, people. That's 3 months. 3 months for the Z-Man. Listen, I don't even know. Like a Brewster's, they need to make like a Brewster's Billions now. I don't even know if I could spend $10 billion. Like, what the hell would you buy? I couldn't even, like, I don't know, like an island? I'm going to buy Jamaica for $10 billion. I don't even know what you would buy. How do you lose $10 billion for crying out loud? They're losing the NBA. They're losing everything, people. Losing everything. That's kind of why Bear is talking about them selling off DC. They probably, the Z-Man here, probably looking at a couple $1 billion and saying, yeah, we're in the hole quite a bit. Can we sell off this stupid DC stuff? Nobody's watching it anyways. Can we do that? I think maybe that's where it's going. Happen to notice, I don't know if it's Avengers or what it is next year, but next year they're coming out with Superman, the James Gunn one. I forget the exact date. Don't hold it to bear, but it's coming out, and then like literally like 2 weeks later, it's a Marvel film of some kind. I don't recall if it's their Avengers or if it's another one. Superman has 2 weeks to make its $100+ million back before another Marvel film comes out and just relegates it to second or third place at best. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on the Z-Man there. $10 billion in 1 quarter. 3 months. Ay, people. Ay, people. All right. Speaking of dead, former YouTube CEO is Mort. People. Prominent business executive Susan Wojcicki served as YouTube CEO for 9 years and played a crucial role in Google's success. Her only crucial role was renting out her either house or her garage to the two founders of Google. That's it. That's her claim to fame. That's it. Lung cancer. Terrible about that. So there you go. R.I.P. R.I.P. There we go. One of their first employees. Yeah, there you go. I can't shed too many tears because Bear has been shadow banned by Mrs. Wojcicki here before she left YouTube. So R.I.P. and all that. And all that, people. Yes, indeed. All right, how many of you been watching the Olympics out there? Great stuff. Yay. Nay. Was really rooting for France to beat USA in the basketball. Didn't really turn out the way that Bear wanted. But there's always the next time. There's always Olympics in 2028. In Los Angeles, Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass, who is not a fish, promises a no-car Olympics. No-car Olympics in Los Angeles in 4 years. They couldn't even do that in France. France, of all places. There's like, we will have cars here. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass previewed the city's plans for hosting the 28 Olympics. Most shocking elements. She promised the 2028 Summer Olympics will be a no-cars game. So lots of walking for you people. I hope it's all in a 15-minute commute. Bass and Casey Wasserman, whoever that is, chairman of the 28 Olympic Committee, highlighted the planning already in place for the Olympics. We're just going to burn everything. We're already working to create jobs. No, you're not. Shut up. People are leaving. By expanding our public transportation system. Okay, dum-dums, you don't create jobs through the public sector. That's literally taking money out of the private sector. By expanding our well-renowned Los Angeles public transportation system in order for us to have a no-cars game. And that's a feat for Los Angeles. We've always been in love with our cars, and now we're going to kill it with a stake through the heart. We're working to ensure that we can build a greener Los Angeles. Madam, you can't even clean up the beaches of your own city right now with trash and pollutants. You can't even clean up the quote-unquote Los Angeles River. Paris was able to clean up the Seine. You can't even clean up a drainage ditch. But yeah, let's go with no cars. Let's go with no cars. Bass said public transportation will be the only way to access the Los. I guess nobody's going to go to the Olympics. That means using 3,000 buses that will be borrowed. Oh, my God. Okay, so maybe you're in another city and you rely on public transportation, and they say, I'm sorry, you can't go to work or school today. The bus that we were supposed to have has been lent out to Los Angeles. And you're like, well, wait a minute. Why can't Los Angeles get their own buses? It's like, well, they're too cheap. They just can't have cars. Can't have cars. I wonder if you could just drive a bus, you know? I mean, have like 2 people in there. Just drive the bus around. It's not a car. Not a car. As well as requesting businesses allow employees to work from home during the 17-day Olympics period. I'm sure that'll work just fine. Bass reminded that the 1984 games had a little problem with traffic. Yeah. But you also didn't have, 20 million illegal immigrants in your city either. Angelinos were terrified that we were going to have terrible, terrible traffic. And we were shocked that we didn't. But I'll tell you that in 1984. We learned in COVID that you can work remotely. Well, then why bother living in Los Angeles? Why not? Part of having a no-car Olympics means getting people not to drive. God, you're stupid. I mean, literally dumb. Madam, you're stupid. I mean, listen, I will say this to your face. You're more than welcome to come on the show. Debate your IQ with Bear, and Bear will embarrass you at the time, isn't he? Bass admits she does not have a commitment from LA businesses to allow their employees from work to home. I bet she's going to send in the goon squad and make sure that their minds are right, people. Their minds are right, people. Yes, indeed. Good to have Jeff here. Great to have Jeff. Hello. And Marco for Anthony. Holy cow. And the good Mike McMahon. Congratulations, sir. I'm looking forward to the new USAssassin. Looking forward to that. It has one of Bear's favorite characters of all time. That would be Bazooka Dog. Oh, I love Bazooka Dog. One of the great ones of all time, people. Make sure you go check that. I think, Mike, I hope that's still in demand. I haven't checked in a while, but hopefully Hopefully that is up. But do I have that in the... 1 second here, people. Yes. Fund My Comic, USAssassin. Go check it out. It is in the description. Hopefully it's still there. In demand still, he says. Congratulations. Good deal. Go check it out, people. Go check it out. Great to have you here, Mike. Great to have you here. All right. And, people, I don't know if you've heard. Probably not. Because they've all been hiding it. Oh, Indiegogo also. Okay. Yeah, I don't... Let me see. Hold on 1 second. 1 second here. I don't know if I have the Indie... I got it on Fund My Comic. Let's see. Do I have it on Indiegogo? No. I will try to add that, Mike. I apologize. I did not realize it was on Indiegogo. I've been trying to steer people a little bit more towards Fund My Comic. Indiegogo has gotten a little janky lately with their shadow banning as well. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, let me get back to it here. Get back to it. Not that. Gosh dang it, people. One of these days. Professional show. Gosh dang it. 1776 intensifies, says Marc. Yes, and true. From Fox News, UK police commissioner threatens to extradite and jail U.S. citizens over online posts, people. Haha, we'll come after you. Bring it. Bring it, tough guy. Being a keyboard warrior does not make you a safe from the law. It's not the law. You big dummy. You big doofus. Oh, for crying out loud. London's Metropolitan Police Chief warned people that officials will not only be cracking down on British citizens. Well, some British citizens, not those of the Muslim variety, for commentary on the riots in the UK, but on American citizens as well. We'll throw the full force of the law at you people, whether you're in this country committing crimes on the streets or committing crimes from further afield online. We'll come after you. Oh, okay. Well, I've got... Sir, I will see your stupid law, and I will raise you some glorious memes, people. Glorious memes. Riots have broken out across the UK in recent days over false rumors spread online that an asylum seeker was responsible for a mass stabbing at a Taylor Swift-themed dance event that left 3 girls dead and others wounded. The murders allegedly committed by a now 18-year-old British citizen born to Rwandan parents. There you go, people. There's your disinformation. He wasn't a migrant. He was a child of migrants. There's a difference. It sparked a series of violent protests that tapped into broader concerns about the scale of immigration in the UK. Footage of the violent clashes, involving anti-immigration protesters and the group of counter-protesters, some of whom have been seen waving Palestinian flags. I'm sure that's not the only flag they're flying. Has gone viral on social media. And the government is warning that such content... Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. So the counter-protesters are the river to the sea crowd, and those are good. But people that don't want immigration, that could also be a river to a sea crowd. Those are bad. Okay, all right. We got to make sure about that. Oh, one key aspect that makes this apparent crackdown on social media particularly shocking to critics is that the British government is threatening to extradite American citizens from the U.S. to be jailed in the U.K. for violating their rules about political speech online. A man is a man and a woman is a woman. Come on after me. A Sky News reporter asked Commissioner Rowley for further explain his warning, arguing that high-profile figures have been whipping up the hatred. Oh, yeah. And that the likes of Elon Musk have been getting involved. She then asked what the police force's plan would be. Again, this is a police force in London. When it comes to dealing with people who are whipping up this kind of behavior from behind the keyboard, who may be in a different country. That's a question? Okay, whatever. Rowley answered, being a keyboard warrior does not make you safe from the law. Depends on which law it is. You can be guilty of offenses of incitement, stirring up racial hatred. There are numerous terrorist offenses. Regarding the publishing of material, he said, all of those offenses are in play if people are provoking hatred and violence on the street, and will come after those individuals just as we will physically confront on the street the thugs and the yobs? What the hell is a yob? Y-O-B-S. Oh. Who are causing the problems for communities. Oh, that's terrible. Terrible stuff. Here is the hatred spilled by Elon Musk. So come on after me. What's his face? Stammer. Come on after me here. Here it is. He responded to a video. Someone allegedly arrested for offensive online comments with a question: is this Britain or the Soviet Union? Lock him up. Lock him up, man. Come into the U.S. and lock him up for asking, is this Britain or is it the Soviet Union, people? Soviet Union. From Fox Business and Alexander Hall, people. Alexander Hall. There you go. Hope you enjoyed those hateful, spiteful memes out here. News report. A talking bear was extradited to the UK for comments he said on his comic live stream. News at 11. Marc, with the comment of the day, says, it's called the Constitution, the First Amendment. Don't even have to read that far into the document. If you come on over here, we might throw you in to the harbor. Possibly. Immigrant. Now I'm waiting on a knock on the door. Knock on the door. So there you go, people. There you go. All right. Well, let's end it on a little lighter note here, people, for you good people out here. They're still mad about the tea, asked Mike. Yeah, apparently. Apparently they are mad. Still mad. I mean, you just don't mess with some English guy's tea. Well, you don't mess with the king's taxes, apparently. So that's probably more important here. More important. But what's more important to us fellow Americans here, from the New York Post, Brooke Steinberg. McDonald's is testing a bigger burger, people. Here is what's being called the Big Arch. Ooh. The Big Mac is getting bigger, people. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot, people. There we go. McDonald's saw its global sales fall for the first time in nearly 4 years due to inflation and rising prices. Isn't that the same thing? CEO Chris Kempinski told investors on a recent call they now have a comprehensive rethink of their strategy, which includes bigger burgers, people. Bigger burgers. Kazemski shared the first details of the Big Arch Burger on Monday. That would be a burger with 2 patties, melted cheese, and, quote, crispy toppings, and a, quote, tangy McDonald's sauce. According to a press release from McDonald's Canada. What? Boo! Hiss. Boo hiss. The burger also has 3 slices of white processed cheese, crispy onions, silvered onions, pickles, lettuce, and a new Big Arch sauce, people. The McDonald's Portugal website calls the burgers Verdetto and Pico Mac, a true epic Mac, people. That's why you have professionals here in Bear who can attempt to speak Portuguese. It's a quintessential McDonald's burger with a twist on our iconic, familiar flavors, people. That's the Big Arch, man. The Big Arch. The Chicago-based food chain is testing the Big Arch in 3 international markets. What? 2 of which in Canada and Portugal. Gosh dang it. Well, P-Money, if you're out there, go check out the Big Arch and tell us what you think. There we go. Excuse me, I gotta go to McDonald's, everybody. Marc will send him $10. That might actually buy just half of a big arch. Just don't order fries or a drink with it. It is unclear when the burger will make its way to the U.S. Gosh dang it, why are they putting it out to the rest of the world? But the plan is to see how well the testing goes prior to rolling it out globally. I guess if they get really sick or something like that, they're like, oh yeah, maybe not. Although really, I mean, if you're going to have your biggest burger ever, wouldn't you want to have it in the U.S.? I don't know, whatever. Put it in Texas or something. However, instead of testing out different burgers around the world, this time McDonald's is hoping to add this one large burger to its core menu worldwide. Well, except for maybe India. In the past, you would have seen us try and get the opportunity in 20 different markets in 20 different ways, said the CFO. And then you don't have the ability to build a global equity that you can drive at scale. Man, that's a word salad. Let me try that again. And then you don't have the ability to build a global equity that you can drive at scale. Yeah, that's some mumbo jumbo right there. But there you go, people. There is the old, well, I should say old, the new Big Arch, people. Big Arch. That's it's like a Big Mac, but with bigger and crunchy fries and a new sauce. So there you go, people. They're thinking top of their game, people. Top of their game. Beerhead. Went to like an old country store a little while back. I was looking for some delicious homemade pickles. I had some before. Delicious pickles. It's like, oh, all right, here, the jar right here. Checked it out. Got back to the cave. Pulled out a nice big pickle. I was like, I'm going to eat this whole thing, man. Well, it turns out that they forgot to label it correctly because it was like the super spicy pickles. I mean, literally, you could see the chunks of jalapeno peppers still with the seeds in there. Just floating around in the sauce and everything. It was like, hot. That's what they should do here. They should put like a spicy pickle or something like that on there. Just make it a little bit different. Something a little bit different. It just looks like a Big Mac with I don't know, poppy seeds and a little bit more cheese and some crispy onion rings there. That's about it. You pretty much get that anywhere. So I don't know. Come on, McDonald's, do this better, man. Got to do this better. Yeah, word salad. I agree, Mike. I agree. I miss the angry Whopper, says Marc. Time to complain to Burger King. Bear hasn't been to Burger King in, God, years and years and years. I don't know, man. I think it was P Money that said it's the Batman of fast food joints for Bear. I just can't stand it. Can't stand it. Whoppers make my bum angry, says Mike. No, that's Taco Bell, says Marc. I'm old, it all runs through. The old mud butt. Especially when I go with Diablo sauce. It's hot. Yeah, there you go. A hot one. A hot burger. Yeah, I had to struggle through that jar of pickles. It was like, what was it? It was like garlic and dill pickles. I was like, oh, all right. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Man, this is really hot. Looks at the jar. It's like, why are all these jalapeno peppers floating in here? Bear sometimes drink during hockey seasons a little shot of pickle juice. I am not drinking a shot of that. I tell you what. That might go all the way through Bear. Burger King for burger. I don't know, Marc. We'll go with it. Wendy's for fries. Interesting. Chick-fil-A for shakes. Interesting. I have not tried the Wendy's fries just yet, so I don't know. I'm gonna say, Bear's gonna say this. A tie. Honestly, a really tie. Mickey D's or Chick-fil-A for fries. What would be the go-to burger for Bear? I don't go there very often, but I'm going to say Mickey D's. Shakes. Now, that's a good one. Wendy's definitely for the old-time shakes. When they work, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A for shakes. I don't think I've ever had a shake from Chick-fil-A. They do a really good lemonade. That's for certain. That's for certain. So, interesting, Mark. Interesting. Very interesting. P-Mike says, I texted Ruth, told her for once Bear and the others are jealous of us. Well, let's not get too far. Maybe swap McDonald's for fries. There you go. Well, we won't be jealous of you until you take a bite. There you go. Little burnt out on waffle. Yeah, you got to, it's every once in a while. Bear made his own burger the other day. It was delicious. Delicious, by the way. And, cutting his own handmade fries. Well, claw-made fries, I guess you could say. Pretty good. But I can see where you're coming from, Mark. They're a little big, but I do like the Chick-fil-A fries. They're pretty good. Amy says, I try to avoid the Great Eye Monster, but I'm really glad for you and Ruth, says Amy. There you go. He's going to have to give us the lowdown on the old, what was it called? The Big Arch, people. Coming soon, maybe, to a Mickey D's near you, people. Go check it out. Bear might, Bear sees like some of these, food review places that they go around. I might have to do one of those one of these days. Might have to go to the drive-thru, check out a burger for you people, and let you know what Bear's thought is. God, I really don't want to go to Burger King. I might try Mickey D's. Might do that one of these days. I don't know if I could do it live. That'd be interesting if I could do it live, but I don't know. What should we? We need to do a comparison, right? It should be like Mickey D's versus, I don't know, somebody else, like Wendy's or something like that. I haven't been to Wendy's in forever, so go full on food critic. There you go. That is your assignment. We'll need a review for the next show. Oh, for the next show. Oh, Wednesday. Holy cow. Okay. All right. We'll, what do we have? Rate the different fish sandwiches, says Amy. There we go. I like that. Your mission, should you choose to. I have accepted it, Mike. I didn't accept it. It was kind of forced on Bear. Kind of a half thought in here. But okay, all right. So we're going to do a review. It's not here in the U.S., so I can't do the Big Arches. Which one should we review here? Then post on it and Google, hell no. And Yelp, with a gigantic comprehensive analysis. You laugh at that. Mark. But I tell you, the Maps app in Bear's phone there, where you can kind of, you're in a strange new city out there, and you're like, I don't know, what does this restaurant, is it any good, or this fast food place, is it any good? And the Yelp reviews are helpful. I know it's a lot of just, Karens out there just like, I didn't like the service. I want to talk to the manager type folks. But usually, you can pick those out and kind of find some winners in there. So I don't know. I do it all the time. Have you seen my food reviews? We'll have to get started. I don't know. Should we start with Mickey D's? I always try to get just the small hamburger. That's what Bear goes for. But I don't know. What are we getting at Mickey D's, Mark? What are we getting? I'm assuming we're going to Mickey D's. We're gonna get. I'll get the just regular hamburger. Bear can't do anything with cheese, so I apologize. Got to take it off of there. I don't know. We'll try a Big Mac and I don't know, maybe some nuggets or something like that. We'll get back on a review. We'll let people know. We can kind of do it like a 1 to 10 scale. Then we'll try a couple different spots, and give Bear's recommendation. I like this, Mark. I like this. We'll start off with Mickey D's. Maybe Wendy's. Haven't been there in a while, so we'll see about that one. God, I really don't want to go to Burger King, but let's see. What's another one? We have Hardee's. It's Carl Jr.'s elsewhere, so maybe one of those. There we go. I guess we're getting a double quarter pounder deluxe, medium fries, medium Coke. Skip the onions, and you can skip the cheese. Okay. I admit ranking McDonald's items sounds like a fun show. God, if I got to do the whole menu, I'll be broke. KFC, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Do we have a... Bear has to go quite a ways to go get a KFC. It's not anything that's local here. Try all the different ketchup, says Amy. The whole menu, says Mark. Oh, boy. So does Bear just drive up and say, one of everything, please. Hold the mayo and hold the cheese. Hold the mayo and hold the cheese. The whole menu. And they'll say, yes, sir. That'll be $5,372. That's too much food, even for a bear. Well, they had a really interesting... I don't know if you people watch the YouTube show. It's called Bon Appetit. I think it is either a website or maybe a magazine. So they go around to the different kind of fancy restaurants. They went to Delmonico's a couple weeks back, the fancy steakhouse in New York City. And it's try one of everything on the menu. Now, of course, the two guys there, they can't literally eat everything. So it's just like a one-bite challenge. God, I have no idea what the cost of that whole thing was. But they went around and they just did like one of everything. It was kind of interesting. I like that. KFC isn't local where you are. I lived in Kenya for 8 months and there's a KFC nearby. I'm sorry, there isn't one local. I apologize. I gotta go a ways. Gotta go a ways to a KFC. It's not close by here. Only thing I go to them for, I'm assuming KFC is for biscuits. Anything else is meh. Yeah, it's kind of odd, but when Bear traveled to Hawaii a number of years ago, the first thing he had was KFC. Because it was the only thing on the way. So I was like, hey, I came all the way to Hawaii. I'm having KFC for the first time. Let's see. Food Theory. Yeah, I stopped watching those after a while. Food Theory did it best value for pizza at different chains. I can't do pizza. I'm sorry. What about comparing all the biscuits or different fries, common items between chains? Interesting, Amy. Interesting. Popeyes for the biscuits. I've only been to Popeyes once. Couldn't tell you. It's pretty good. I just tried it the one time and was like, yay. But, we got like local places that are pretty good. Pretty good out here. So, all right, people. All right, we'll do best chicken sandwich. Best chicken sandwich. Best chicken sandwich. See, we went from hamburgers to chicken now. Gosh dang it. Pretty much all of them are doing those nowadays. Yeah, I know. Okay, well, let's hold on. Let's do it here. Hold on one second here, people. Let me do the thing with the thing here. Here we go. All right. All right, people, add your thoughts to it. Are we doing a chicken or a burger? Chicken or burger? Where are we at, people? We'll give it a couple minutes here. Give it a couple minutes. No salmon yet. Yeah, I know. But I tell you, man. What is that? Captain D's? Captain D's. McDonald's has their filet of fish. I think Wendy's has a fish as well. Oh, I keep forgetting. Culver's. We had Culver's and also Five Guys as well. If Bear had to rank, it would be Five Guys, Culver's, Mickey D's. Again, I haven't been there in a while. Wendy's, and then Burger King. So that would be Bear's list there. Bear's list. I guess Bear really is in the middle of the woods. No KFC near him. I know. Listen, man. We do have a Dairy Queen. And we're getting a Del Taco. Yay. I've never been to a Del Taco before, so that's something to look forward to. So we're going to get a Del Taco before we get a KFC. I know, it's shocking. Shocking. All right, 50%. We're half and half. 50-50. Chicken versus burger is a tough fight, says Melissa. I tell you. All right, if you haven't voted, you will be the deciding... Bear is getting both. Oh, God. You'll be the deciding factor on what would Bear review. Is it going to be chicken, or is it going to be a burger? Chicken at 60%, burger at 40%. Oops, did I vote myself? I didn't mean to vote myself. 60-40, people. Get your vote in. Gonna leave it open for just one more moment. One more moment here. Back to 50-50. Oh, God. We're going to have to leave it open for another moment here. As we are 50-50. 6 votes. We got 8 viewers. 2 of you lurkers out there are going to decide. It might be the Russian bots that decide this. Here tonight. So I guess... are we still going with Mickey D's and all the other ones? We're just going to go chicken? Is that how we're going to do it? I guess that's how we're going to do it here. All right. 8 viewers, 7 votes. Last lurker. We're going to be counting it down from 5. Let me do it in the chat here. All right, let's do it in the chat here. We're going to do 5. All right, people, 4. That'd be 3, 2, 1. Last chance. And we're closed, people. We are closed. Oh, did it go back to 50-50? Oh, for crying out loud. It's disappeared on Bear. All right, 50. Oh, for crying out loud. That last lurker got Bear. The last lurker got Bear. 50-50. Okay. What are we going to do here, people? What the heck are we going to do here, people? Got my kids to vote on the family account to vote burger. Well, they weren't fast enough, P-Money. We are 50-50. 50-50. All right. So I guess it's really up to Bear. I guess it is up to Bear. P-Money has burger. I'm assuming Marc has chicken. Amy, I think, has fish. So let's see. Bear's vote. Time to flip a coin. All right. Let's do it. Let me find a coin. All right. Man, I got screwed on the freaking the camera the last time. Let me make sure everything's all legit here, people. Let's see if it's all legit. Get that out of the way. I have to bring it up. All right, let's see. Does camera work? Let's see. Professional show. Let's see. Is it working? It is working. All right. Bears do have coins. I keep it in my pocket. All right, so we are going to do... Is it showing up? There we go. There it is. We're going to do... Let's see. What are we counting on here? I'm assuming heads. Heads is burgers and tails is chicken. Are we going to go with that? Heads burgers, tails chicken, people. Heads is burgers, tails is chicken. Here we go. Thank you, Matt Cawson. It is... Let's get a light on it so we can see what we're talking about here. It is heads. Heads, people. It's heads. There you go. You can see it. See it right there. Oh, God, my hands. Again. The second time. Oh, for crying out loud. So burgers, people. Burgers win out by a head. Win. Burgers win. All right, people. It is burgers. But if beer gets bored of it, we will go to chicken. So there he used the two-headed coin. No, I didn't have a quarter around me, so it was just a nickel, people. Just a nickel. So something to look forward to. So I don't know. We'll try. Since we were talking about it, we'll do McDonald's. We'll do a Big Mac. Maybe a regular hamburger, and I don't know. I'll ask behind the counter. I'll ask, what do you recommend? And after they go, it's a bear, maybe they'll tell me. Maybe they'll tell bear here. So we'll do Mickey D's first. Wendy's the next time around. I don't know. God, do I really have to do BK? I hope not. Anyways, we'll figure it out, people. We'll figure it out here, but there we go, people. That is something to look forward to on the next show. But I want to say thank you. Thank you, everybody out here. Came out here tonight on a Saturday night. Probably got a million other things to do, and you're spending it with Bear, so I do appreciate it. Try and do it every Wednesday and Saturday evening here at 8 o'clock. That'd be Eastern, P-Money. Eastern. We don't serve bears here. Might have to go through the garbage can. Might have to. The old stand by. Do not want a plain burger. What's a plain burger? Bun, patty, bun. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, want to thank P-Money, Marco for Anthony, the good Mike out here, Amy and Melissa, all of our voters out here. Am I missing anybody? Jeff Potts, if he's still around. Any of our Russian bots and lurkers that voted tonight, we appreciate each and every one of you. But you know what, people? All this talk about burger / chicken sandwich competition has made Bear hungry. So he's going to head back into the woods. So until next time, grrr. Night, everybody.